October 16th, 1793. The flames of revolution ravaged France. The monarchy lay in ruins. And deep within the cold stone walls of the Conciergerie prison, the once revered Queen of France, Marie Antoinette, prepared for death. She had once walked the marble halls of Versailles, wrapped in silk and crowned in diamonds. Now, stripped of title and finery, she was roused before dawn and ordered into a plain white gown, the colour of the condemned. Where Louis XVI had been granted the dignity of a closed carriage on his final journey, Marie Antoinette would be exposed. She would ride in an open cart, paraded through a jeering mob. She pleaded for mercy. Her protestations were met with silence. The Sanson family, the royal executioners, were summoned once again. Among them, Henri Sanson, assistant to his father Charles Henry, would later recount the morning with chilling clarity.
We were escorted to the Queen's chamber. She sat in what they called the Hall of the Dead, her head resting gently against the wall. The jailer's daughter stood before her, weeping bitterly. The Queen rose and stepped forward to meet us, but paused to embrace the girl with heartfelt tenderness. She wore white, a simple dress, a handkerchief draped about her shoulders. A black ribbon fastened her cap. She was pale, but not from fear. Her lips held color and her eyes shone defiantly. Without waiting to be addressed, she declared with calm resolve, "Gentlemen, I am ready." She turned her neck to show where her hair had been cut for the blade and presented her hands for binding. Even now, amidst indignity, she preserved the composure of royalty. A priest, an abbot who had pledged loyalty to the Republic, again requested to accompany her. Though clearly displeased, Marie Antoinette nodded her assent. The procession began. The Queen was flanked by guards and followed by clerks and the Sanson family. But it was upon reaching the courtyard that her composure faltered. She saw the cart. There was no mistaking its grim purpose. Her expression briefly betrayed horror, but in a moment it was gone. She climbed in, aided by my father. The prison gates opened. The Queen emerged before her people, scorned, reviled, and now utterly alone. The streets howled with fury. Death to the Austrian! Death to Madame Deficit! They spat, cursed, and surged forward. One soldier, fists clenched, raised his hand to strike her. The abbot stepped in. "Shame on you!" he cried, defending the woman he once opposed.
Henri Sanson would later say, "In that moment, amidst all the hatred and noise, Marie Antoinette never looked more regal."
The cart rolled on. The Queen stood erect, unfazed by the jeers. But when they reached Rue Saint-Honoré, she turned her head, searching. She was looking for a house. A priest from her faith had promised to stand by a window that day. In secret, he would offer her final absolution from afar. And then she saw him. She bowed her head, prayed, and when she lifted her face again and she smiled, peace for the first time had found her. The cart came to a halt beside the towering scaffold. Her lips turned pale, her eyes trembled. She whispered, "My daughter, my children." But then she straightened her back, set her jaw, and prepared to step down. My father leaned toward her and murmured, "Have courage, madame." Surprised by kindness, she replied, "Thank you, sir, thank you." She advanced slowly toward the guillotine, her movements measured, as if walking a palace staircase rather than her death. The priest babbled final words, but she no longer listened. Her final cry echoed above the silence. "Farewell, my children. I go to join your father." Then the blade fell. The crowd roared. Her severed head was held aloft as proof of the Republic's triumph. Her body was then laid in an unmarked grave in the cemetery of La Madeleine. Oh, it is awful.
Rumours swirled. Some claimed Madame Tussaud made a death mask during the gravedigger's lunch, but no record proves it. Years later, her remains were exhumed and transferred to the royal crypt at Saint-Denis beside Louis XVI. Only bones, a few strands of white hair, and 2 silk garters in perfect condition remained.